Everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you're here with me today. I'm Trisha, and today we are talking about the most anticipated books of December 2025, the ones that I am most looking forward to for the month of December. Now, of course, there are more books coming out than I have listed here, but these are the ones that really caught my eye. I think I have a total of 9 of them. So we're going to go ahead and talk about each one. We will do it in the order of the publishing date. Now, of course, just the fair warning that publishing dates, of course, can change. I've gotten all of these from Goodreads, so hopefully um, they're correct, but we shall see. Okay, well, we're gonna start on December 2nd because that is our first publishing Tuesday of the month, and we're going to start with a book I'm really looking forward to. It is called Kirkyards and Kindness by Kelly Armstrong. This is book number 4.5, so it's actually a novella. Um, in her series, what is the series called? A Rip Through Time. I love this series, and I don't always love time travel, but I love this series. If you haven't read it, it is about a woman named Mallory who is visiting, she's a detective, and she's visiting her grandmother in Scotland, and one day she gets attacked in an alleyway, and when she wakes up from being unconscious, she finds herself in, I want to say like late 1700s, could be a little bit later than that, Scotland. So she has gone back in time, and not only that, but she is in the body of a housemaid named Catriona Mitchell, who works for a guy named Duncan Gray, who is an undertaker. And between Duncan and Mallory slash Catriona, they work with the police to solve crimes. And it is wonderful. I love it so much. In this particular novella, we kind of leave murder and mayhem behind a little bit because Duncan and Mallory have to find a lost dog. That's all I need to know. I'm excited. If you haven't read this series, you should definitely check it out. It is really, really good. I like it a lot. The next one that comes out on December 2nd is called The Forgotten Book Club. It's by Kate Story, and this one already has a ton of reviews on Goodreads, but it says it's coming out in December, so go figure. I'm just going to read you a bit of the synopsis. For one thing, the title sounds great, but here's a bit of the synopsis. Life can begin with a single story. You just have to bring your own book. For 3 decades, Grace has supported her husband Frank's passion for books, even though her own love of literature paled in comparison. Since his death, since his passing rather, the shelves echo longingly, and Grace's heartache has only grown. When Grace's grandson suggests joining Frank's old book club, she hesitates. How could meeting with a bunch of strangers possibly fill the void he left behind? And then when she gets to this book club, she finds out that it's not your normal book club. Instead, you bring your book and you sit and you read silently. And she thinks that's quite strange. She gets up, she's going to leave, but another woman there convinces her to stay, to give it a try, and eventually Grace ends up really supporting the book club, and she doesn't want it to get forgotten. She wants to keep it alive as well as her husband Frank's legacy alive. And I just think that that sounds cozy and maybe emotional, and I am here for it, and I think it sounds great. The Forgotten Book Club by Kate story. Next we have the second in a series. It is called All My Bones, and it's book 2 of the Old Juniper Bookstore mystery series. Can you tell I have a thing for book clubs and bookstores and all of that? This one is about a girl named Madeline. It's kind of a common trope. She goes back to her hometown when she inherits a bookstore from, I believe it is her aunt. And of course, she ends up solving mysteries. In this one, the her best friend, helps her plant, they're planting flowers to make the bookstore, spruce it up a little bit, and they uncover a body. And evidently, this person that they uncover was not well liked, has plenty of enemies, but her best friend gets blamed for the murder. And so, of course, our sleuth, aka bookstore owner Mallory, must figure out how to clear her friend's name. So I think that sounds great. Mystery, bookstore, what more can I want? Alright, the next one, still on December 2nd, is The Library of Fates by Margot Harrison. And this one sounds really interesting to me. It is about a librarian who goes missing. Not a librarian who goes missing. A book that goes missing. But this isn't just any old book. This is a very special book. It can tell you your future, but only if you give it secrets. So you tell it a secret from your past, it tells your future. There are librarians who are supposed to protect this book, but it goes missing. They go on a quest to find it, but of course there are people who don't want this book to be found. And I think that it's going to be a really, really good book about what you will do to keep your secrets secret, possibly. And I think it's going to be really good. And I know that the two people who go on this quest to find the book are not two people who care to be working together. So we might have a little bit of enemies to lovers or enemies to friends kind of thing. And I think that that will be a really good thing too. So I'm looking forward to that one. Library of Fates by Margot Harrison. And then we have Crown Tide by Alex Astor. This is the fourth book in the Lightlark series. I've only read the first one, so I have to catch up. But basically, I can't tell you about this one because I don't want to read the synopsis and spoil it for myself. But the first Lightlark book is about this kingdom where each different realm of the kingdom has a ruler who rules that realm, but each of the realms is cursed. And every 100 years, Lightlark appears. It is an island where all the rulers then come together. They have a contest. The goal is to break the curse, but of course, people die and things get crazy, and you have to read to find out what happens. But it's really good, and each of the kingdoms has a different power. And the main character, we know this, it tells us in the synopsis of the first book, so this is not a spoiler, but she is the only ruler who has no power. The other rulers don't know it. Her own people don't know it. So she goes to this competition to try to break the curse. And everyone else has magical abilities, and she doesn't. So it is really good. It's young adult. It's fun. So that is Crown Tide by Alex Astor. We move on to December 9th. And we get what sounds middle grade to me, but book reads. Goodreads has classified it as YA, so we'll go with that. It's called Secrets, Spells, and Chocolate. Kind of the title is all I need to know here. But it's by Marissa Churchill, And it says the culinary world is full of secrets. For one, recipes can bring powerful spells. Of course, 14-year-old Sylvie Jones knows this. Sylvie has been dreaming of attending her mom's alma mater, Brindale School of Culinary Arts and Magic, since she was old enough to reach the stove. Unfortunately, the last name Jones has a horrible stain on it, something that could destroy her dream. So, when Sylvie is given the opportunity to prove that she's got the skills to be a great chef and put an end to the rumors that her famous chef mother cheated her way to victory at the world's greatest magic cooking competition, the the Golden Whisk, that's the name of the competition, she takes it. So I think that sounds great. We have a cooking competition. I love those cooking shows on TV. We have a young girl trying to clear her family name and win a competition herself. I think that that is going to be super good. I am looking forward to that one. It comes out on December 9th, and again, it is called Secrets, Spells, and Chocolate. Also on November, December 9th, we have Tailored Realities by Brandon Sanderson. Brandon Sanderson is the master of fantasy, and this is a collection of short stories. It spans the genres of fantasy and science fiction. It features stories from beyond the bounds of Brandon Sanderson's Cosmere. So if you have not read other Brandon Sanderson stuff, I think you could still read this. Although some of the stories will be set in some of his worlds. I know one of them is a story from Skyward, the Skyward universe, which is his young adult novel trilogy. No, it might be four. I don't know how many books it is, but these should be really good. Short stories, Brandon Sanderson. That's all I need to know. Some of them have been published other places. Some of them are brand new. So that sounds exciting to me. Then we get to move on to December 16th, and we have The Once and Future Queen by Paula Lafferty. Now, a minute ago, I said that I don't always love time travel, which is funny because this is the second book involving time travel on this list. So go figure. But here's what the tagline says. This is kind of all I need to know about this. Outlander meets The Princess Bride plus Camelot in a fresh, big-hearted, feminist, time-slip adventure reimagining the epic saga of King Arthur as told from the perspective of his spunky and surprising Queen Vera, complete with time travel and good running shoes. So there you have it. Guinevere is going to be telling this story, but I think Guinevere is a modern day girl who ends up somehow back in King Arthur's court, and she is going to shake things up, I have a feeling. I like Camelot retellings. I think this one is going to be very fun. I am looking forward to it. All right. Again, that was The Once and Future Queen. All right. Finally, December 30th, and the only romance on this list, In Your Dreams by Sarah Adams. I know a lot of people have this on their radar. It's number 4 in her When in Rome series. Sarah Adams writes romance novels that I can get behind for 2 reasons. One, they are usually low spice, which I prefer. 2, they are low cringe. I cannot stand a cheesy romance. No, that's not true. I shouldn't say that because occasionally we need one of those Hallmark moments. But typically, I like romance that has a little more meat, a little more plot, a little more substance. and Sarah Adams gives me that. I have not read this series in particular. I have read some of her other books and enjoyed them very much. So this is about a woman named Madison Walker who left town, of course, and the town is Rome, Kentucky in this series. She left town to prove that she could make it in the culinary world. We have more culinary stuff. But after years of chasing success in New York, all she has to show for it is a shattered confidence and a desperate need for a fresh start. So, of course, she ends up back in her hometown and she is going to start a farm to table restaurant. The problem is that the guy who's offering her the chance to be the chef at this new restaurant happens to be her brother's best friend, and they do not get along. So we're going to have enemies to lovers. We're going to have culinary things going on. We're probably going to get lots of descriptions of food, I hope. And it sounds like it's going to be really good. So I am also super excited for this one, although I do want to read the rest of the series first. I don't know if you have to read them in order, but I'm going to try to read them in order just in case. Alright, so that is what is on my list of anticipated new releases for the month of September 20. Why do I keep saying September? Earlier I think I said November. I'll get my months straight eventually. Anticipated releases for December of 2025. If I missed something good that you are looking forward to, please comment and let me know. I always love to know what I missed, what I need to add to my own TBR, all of that good, exciting stuff. And if you enjoyed this content and want to see more, go ahead and subscribe. Do all the things that help my channel and that let me know you're out there watching. I really would appreciate that. And I think that is all for today. So I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.